Hello, Denise.
Hello, Zumy.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So we're going again over the informed consent. As you know, like everything we discuss in here is going to remain confidential. Okay. About the recording, um, just my teacher is going to be available to see it. So everything is confidential. But there's two things that you must know. Um, if there's any um, um, if there's any situation like is unlawful, um, it should be reported as, for example, serious issue of harm to yourself or others, or indication of abusing or neglect children, the elderly or disabled person. Well, do you have any questions?
No.
All right. So Denise, last session we talked about that you were with this guy of New Jersey, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you also have a friend here in Georgetown.
Mm-hmm.
You are like those kind of person that needs time for yourself. And basically, this guy from New Jersey, he didn't have enough time for you, and that wasn't in well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm correct about it.
Yes, good amount of it. Yeah.
Alright, so Denise, so far, how are you doing?
Well, for starters, I'm no longer with this guy that's in New Jersey. Because apparently, okay, so here's how shit went down. So he sent this message. He okay, so called me on Monday. I called him on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he was a little busy. Called him the next day. Said a lot of things, and then he even said, I love you. Okay? A week goes by, nothing. Then he finally goes and posts on Instagram. Like, I text him, and he's like, oh, I don't have time. I don't have time, this and that. I'm tired and shit. So I can't be able to call you and stuff. So anyway, but you still have time to go on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
He posts this thing on Instagram that's like, never love someone you don't trust. And remember how I told you I lied to him about me smoking weed? Because first of all, he said he was okay with it. Then he changed his mind, so I just decided to lie to him so that way I could spare his feelings and shit. But anyways, he posts that shit, and I post comment under it, wow, now I really see how things are. And he just blocked me. And, I was about to do the same shit too. So it doesn't really matter. Well, actually, before I was going to block him, I was going to say a few things. Get a few things off of him.
So how do you feel about it? Because last session we discussed, like, you felt he was your soulmate.
I thought he was my soulmate, but then again, like, after a while, after that moment where I sat on the edge of the bed and thought, like, and told him that I might be carrying his kid and shit, and then he told me that I need to go have an abortion immediately instead of, like, talking it through with me and not knowing, like, what an abortion can do to my body. Like, he wasn't thinking. Then he says I'm not thinking because then I wouldn't be able to support it. But then again, it's like, before we even got together, you said, I asked you what would you do in that situation, and you said you would stand up and man up and take care of your child, and now you want to back up like a little bitch? Like that. So anyway, from that moment on, that's when I realized that, shit, I'm just living in the moment. Like, I love him, but then again, it's like, I really don't care. Does that make any sense? Like, okay, let me explain. Like, he talks of doing big things. So I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna probably, if I don't live with him, I'm probably gonna be alone for the rest of my life. And he's like really overweight, not obese, but like, he weighs like 260 something. Got big ass fatty thighs. But Kind of like a little teddy bear. But anyways, well, actually, anyways, yeah. So, what was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So anyways, from that point on, anyways, it was just like, I'm gonna die alone, so I might as well just like stay with him, and then I'll give birth to his kids. The kids would be pretty and cute, and then I'll just live off of him, be a housewife and shit. You know? Just like, at least I'll still enjoy a little part of myself. And plus, I'll still have the family that I wanted, even though my husband is a piece of shit. Anyway, so time goes on, and I realized over time that he was controlling. Like, okay, he wanted me to stop smoking weed. I said I'd stop. Then he changes his mind, and he's like, I don't want you to stop because of me. I want you to stop because of you. And I'm like, okay, well, then I'm not really ready to stop. And plus, we're not really settling down at the moment, so I'm just going to enjoy my youth. And so then he's like, oh. Then he called me one day, and I was high, and I was really sleepy that time, too. And I was just about to go to sleep. So he calls me, and I'm talking, and, like, I couldn't even hear him. So, of course, I'm like, and I'm like, because, you know, I'm falling asleep. And so then he's like, he sends me this long-ass message talking about, babe, I really didn't like how you were talking to me. I don't like the future mother of my children to be talking like that. It's scary. Slurring your words like that. It's scary and shit. I don't like you doing weed. And so I'm like, whatever. So there's another one. Then, I asked, okay, when it came time to naming the kids, I literally couldn't even have a say in it. I asked him for boy name. Okay, he asked me for boy name. I told him the boy names, and I was like Matthew and stuff like that, and he was like, Matthew, that is so white. Get the fuck out of here. Then he asked for a girl, and I was like, Luna, Skylar, Raven, Robin, and Dina, Nadine, and stuff like that. And he was like, ew, those are such ugly names. And I'm like, so I'm not gonna have a say in any of this? And he was like, you can, I don't know, you can like help me choose names or something. And I'm like, I just told you some names. And he was like, nah, I know some names. We'll choose some better names. Another one right there. Like, there's several other occasions. Like, the other time I told you, like, I drive 2 hours and a half to New Jersey, and all the fuck you want to do is sit in their house. Sit in your house. Come on, I drive 2.5 hours just to sit in your house and view your boring ass room, dirty ass small room. We didn't even watch TV until like the last week I spent time with him, which was only for 2 days. Is when he finally remembered that he had DVDs. Oh my gosh, like, ugh, that's another one. Like, come on, wasting my time. But like, I'm glad I got out of that. This time I'm dating somebody new. Quite happy about it too.
Yeah. So how about the Georgetown guy? How do you guys end up?
Oh, Georgetown. Okay, so Georgetown has a bit of his own issues. He's been homeless, but now he finally has a house of his own. Well, apartment, okay? Mm-hmm. But he doesn't work.
Right.
And before, he was hanging out with these friends who would just smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, come over to his house, drink beer, and just sleep and spend the night. And I told him, like, you keep surrounding yourself around with people like that, you're not going to motivate yourself at all. But anyways, he really, really likes me. And so I told him, I will give you 6 months, okay? We will go slow, though. But in those 6 months, we're going to go slow, but I give you 6 months to get a job, get some new furniture in your house, change your wardrobe, change your hygiene, get some food in your house, and other shit like that. I told him in 6 months, by January, by my birthday. If he didn't correct that, then I could not be his girlfriend anymore. I told him that straight up. I told him because I have gone through so many relationships of supporting men to the point where it's just like, I'm not doing it anymore, you know? No. So you better prove it that you really want me.
You said anymore, so that means you're dating this guy now.
Yeah.
So how do you feel with this new relationship now?
He's pretty dope. Okay. Even though, okay, he lost his virginity when he was like 21 or 22. So that's not bad, is it? And that was because I think he said it was, I don't know, he was experimenting or whatever, I don't know, with a girl. Don't worry, he was straight. But anyways, but he lost his virginity at 22. And he told me that he really wanted to live by God's word. So he would love it for us to wait until marriage. Can you believe that? New Jersey said the same thing, and as soon as I saw him, he quickly threw it out the window and was like, yo, we gotta fuck because, yeah, stuff like that. But anyways, Georgetown. And he's really dirty. Yeah, he smells a little. But I'm slowly cleaning him up. Once I get a job, I'll try to help him a little, but I'm not gonna support him at all. Like, I'll help a little. Like, I'll buy my own stuff and then I'll let him use it. But I'm not gonna buy it for him because he's gonna get a job by himself because I'm not gonna live off his little cheap ass. And he treats me well. Always compliments me every day. Make sure I eat. Well, he doesn't make sure I eat because he ain't got no money. But he always wants to see me. Every time he's around me, never wants to like not be around me. Like, I could be on my phone and he'll get mad because I don't show him that much attention. He's sort of like me, but a little softer, and I think it's kind of cool. Plus, yeah, I'm working on him. He's like a work project, a little project I'm working on, a little love project, you know. Plus, building up confidence. So we'll see.
So, how about, have you seen yourself until January? If he doesn't make those changes, what are you gonna do?
Well, like I told him, I will still be his friend, but I can't be his girlfriend. That means we won't hold hands, we can't go on dates, we can't kiss, nothing. That'll be his chance. And after that, I'm just gonna be single for a while, a long while, and just wait until God sends me my person.
Oh, wow. So, do you see yourself with this guy? Do you see your future with this guy now?
Georgia?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it. And if he fixes himself, I can see him getting like a construction job or something. He said he doesn't like school, and I'm like, school's not for everybody, so I don't blame him. So, yeah, working in construction, they make pretty good amount of money. So, a little house with a small picket fence, 2 kids, it'll be okay. He already introduced me to his whole family. Well, not his whole family, but his whole immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
But like, plus I'm about to go meet his aunts and uncles and stuff because his cousin just died last week, I think it was, and so he invited me to the funeral. And I don't know. The way he was looking at me was like, gosh, still, I gotta say yes now. But yeah, and introduced me to his whole family, like that nigga, yo. I'm sorry. I keep saying a bad word. Go ahead.
So you're saying now that you see yourself now with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think now. Do you think now he's your soulmate now? You finally.
Nope.
Like,
you know what?
him?
Because after 6 months, if I see he didn't change, then that means he was. Because I'm not gonna settle. You know, I am way too smart. Apparently, way too pretty. I hope so. But apparently, and so, why am I gonna settle for something when I could just like, literally, if he's not my soulmate and I literally waste my time on him, no, I'm not gonna do it. Not doing it. No. He is not my soulmate at the moment. Nope. He better fix himself. When I see he has fixed himself, then I'll make my decision. But until then, his little good luck, his little good charms, good looks ain't gonna get him nowhere. Nah, you better put in that work.
Have he started working?
He's worked before. It's just, at the moment, apparently he's waiting for disability for his knees. So if he gets disability, which is like $900 something a month, He says hopefully. I don't know why the fuck. Okay, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, 900 a month will be enough for him. So we'll see.
Okay, if he get those 900, if he don't like, he don't have a job in the future, would you remain with him?
In the future? No, I told him, if you don't correct yourself, I'll still be your friend, but we're never gonna, but I won't be your girlfriend. I didn't say never, but I said I won't be your girlfriend. I can't be, because I'm not gonna settle.
So, does anyone knows that you're
Yeah.
with this guy?
Yesterday, I invited him for dinner. Posted it, for dinner. And, first I told my sister, can I invite a friend? Then she asked, am I dating him? And I thought about it, and I was like, I don't want to start this relationship off in a lie if it does work out,
Mm-hmm.
Just like the other one. So I was like, yeah, and that's mine. And so, yeah, just my sister knows the one I live with.
What was her reaction?
She didn't say nothing. She was just like, make sure you take care of him. Well, not like, make sure you take care of him like that, but like make sure like you get him better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get him off the streets, make him start smelling good or whatever. Like, yeah. Like, help him find a job if you can. Stuff like that. Like, get him straight, I guess you could say.
That sounds
Situated.
that
Sorry.
you're getting yourself, going on. Like, last session we had, you were with this guy and you thought he was your soulmate, and I'm glad you're here now with this other person, but completely different, and I saw you excited.
I'm not gonna get my hopes up,
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I'm not getting my hopes up at all to see if he's my soulmate or not until after the 6 months. Because with New Jersey, that was only 1 month and I already fell head over heels. Actually, not even 1 month, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. I need to slow down with this one.
Alright. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
School, I guess. Yeah, I am so excited. Actually, you know what? Let's not talk about school. Let's talk about things that have been on my mind lately. Like, okay. Since I was like maybe 8, I keep having this recollection of going to the doctors. And the doctors pull my sister off to the side. And he tells her something. And when he tells her something, I feel like in her ears, he whispered, she won't be able to have kids. And like, I don't know why that keeps replaying in my head. It's like a vision. I know I lived it, but that little piece keeps playing in my head. But I don't think it's real, I don't know if my brain just like rewired itself to believe that I made that scenario up or stuff like, But like, it's like, now I'm 20 years old and I really think it's real. Because like I said, I've had sexual partners, like a lot of them, okay? And for most of them, like after we got checked and everything, like we didn't use any protection. And throughout the whole time, like no kid at all. At all. Like, I don't know if God is blessing me because he's like, girl, you better slow your horses because this is not your soulmate, so therefore I'm not going to give you a kid so that way you're not stuck to this person. I don't know if God is blessing me or whatever. Or maybe it's just I can't have kids. But now it's like really bothering me because I just like, I really want to have a kid now just to see if I can actually have one. Because I don't want to like be older and like ruin my chances because like the younger you are, the better your chances are at the moment. So, I don't know. So I guess you could say like, I'm trying to have a kid, but at the same time I know that if I have a kid it's going to be super hard. Because I don't even have time to handle it right now. But I just want to see if I can like have one, which is why I kind of want to be a surrogate, but I know there's like certain guidelines you gotta pass and stuff, so I don't know.
So have you talked with your sister?
No.
About it?
I haven't spoken to anybody about it till today. Because like if I bring it up, they're gonna be like, get over yourself. Why the fuck do you want a baby at this time? Or like, you're so weird. Why are you thinking about that? Or you're having baby fever, you know? But I don't know. Sorry, I kind of have a headache. But go ahead.
So, when do you see yourself having a kid?
I was hoping I could have one by the time I was like 16. So that way I'd be super young. Or maybe even 14. But then I thought maybe like after high school. Then it didn't happen. So then I was like, maybe at the age of... I just really wanted it as early as I could. So I'm just hoping at the moment. But now that I think of it, maybe like when I'm 27. When I have everything situated, like most of my life situated, then I'll try. But hopefully 27. Or if I can't wait. So who knows? Between now and 27.
So you're saying that you're with this guy from Georgetown. So
Yeah.
are you planning to have a kid with him?
No. I mean, yes, I wouldn't mind it.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it's like, oh my gosh, he's homeless. Well, he's not homeless, but you get it.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, he said he would quickly get a job and step up. So I don't know. But we'll see. I really think he would step up, though.
Alright. So you said some things were in your head. Is there something else
School.
that you want to talk about? School?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with school?
School is just amazing. It's like I'm passing all my classes.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Like, I'm super happy and proud of myself. Because it's like, I was struggling. Like, the day I got my first F, the first semester, I thought, like, shoot. That's when I, like, became super depressed. Which is why I still feel like I can't do well in school. Because that dropped my GPA so low. And, like, it wasn't even my fault that I failed. Like, the teacher did not explain anything. And when I raised my hand and asked, he would just skip over it anyways. Like, he would go through it, but still, I wouldn't get it. And I would ask, but he still wouldn't. So then it's, like, started getting embarrassing because he would be like, do you get it now? And so, like, it got embarrassing. And so I just kept putting my hands down. And so he would ask, and I would ask. But over time, I just got embarrassed. And so, like, I failed because he couldn't teach. And even though I got help, like, it just didn't make sense. But then I got another teacher, and she explained everything so well to the point where I passed with a high B. So that tells you just how bad that dude was. Like, it's not about that, like, I don't know math. It's just, like, the way he was teaching it did not make sense to me, you know? So I was, like, doing it his way, and it wasn't, I was getting it wrong. But when she taught it her way, it's like, everything makes sense now. And plus, she didn't make me feel like an embarrassment or a bother, because she would, like, go through it all over again. And no one in the class would, like, it was just a happy class. And so I'm grateful for that. But, when I first got that F, I really thought I wasn't going to do well in school at all. That's where my depression mostly came from. Still to this day, I'm like, if I get, like, a B or a C, like, in social policy last semester, when I got my first C, that brought my heart down, too. Because it's like, wow, Denise, you're so stupid, you know? Like, you could have done better in that class, but you didn't. And now look at your grade. And it was a very low C. I almost failed. and I didn't even care at that moment. So it's like, do I even want to like still go at school, or I don't know. But I'm really proud of myself because I passed all my classes this semesters with A's, except for one being one class that I'm still waiting. Yeah, that's a B. Yeah, I passed all my classes with an A and one B this semester. Last semester was all A's except for one C. Yeah, one C and one B. The other semester it was all A's. The other one it was all A's and just one B and one F. But you see, I'm like really trying. But, well, I'm not really trying because after I got that first F, where do you think the B's came from? Like, I could make those B's into A's. Those C's into A's too. It's just like, over time, it's just like, I don't know, I lose courage and it's like, am I even going to school to be anything? And so I just like start thinking about that F I got and then that C and then the B's and it's like, you're so stupid. And I beat myself over it. But overall, things are progressing, I see. Because, I mean, like, I got through directed practice with an A. I'm super happy about that. Plus, I'm understanding things like the human services field in the psychiatric field. The therapist field that we're doing right now in this class. It's amazing. I love doing it. And, like, it really gets a feel of how I really want my life to go as a clinical psychologist, you know? I can't wait.
You know what you're gonna be studying after college? Well, what is gonna be your major?
After college?
Your degree or...
Oh, my job? I want to be a clinical psychologist.
I know you can do it.
Thank you.
Alright, so are you taking classes next semester?
Yes, I have 2 more.
2 more classes?
And then I will have received my associates, finally. I'm so proud of myself right now. I would have gotten it this fall, but I decided to slow down. Stupid. Because, like, my sister did something stupid last year. In spring, I was taking 4 classes, and I had to buy books for 2 of them. And I asked her for the money, and she wanted to be ignorant about it, a bitch about it. So I told her to keep her fucking money, and I dropped the 2 classes. Now, to my dumbass, I ended up having to pay for the classes because I dropped them too late. So now I ended up having to pay like $2,000 because I wanted to be stupid. So instead of paying like I think it was like 200 something for the books, I ended up paying 200,000 something for the classes, like a dumbass. But at the end of the day, my dad still paid for it, so it's cool. They still owed it to me. They had to give me a car and they didn't give it to me. I'm their last child and they couldn't give me a car. That's whatever though. But yeah.
So, where are you gonna be? Where are you gonna study after your associates? Where are you going to school?
I might go to the University of Delaware. I don't know.
Are you trying to move there or staying here?
I'm trying to live on campus. Yeah. Actually, but then again, it's like my family is supposed to move. I don't know. I really don't know if they're supposed to move. Because they said that they're going to move, but I don't know. Next year. So if they move to North Carolina, I'm going to go to school down there. Or I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to the move. I need a new life somewhere else. Far from Delaware.
So you're saying that you live with your sister, and is your whole family moving? Like your sister and your parents, everyone?
Okay, like there's this new job opening down in North Carolina, and it provides free housing and free healthcare and some benefits and other stuff like that. I mean, not free housing, but it offers like a housing apartment, so you're guaranteed to like rent a room, a house. I don't know how it works, but it's nice and it's cheap. Okay. So you go over there, you work for the company, like a huge, like, I don't know if it's a chicken plant, but I don't know. But it's a huge company with all these benefits, and first, my 2 sisters and I are going to go. We're going to work there. We're going to get a place to live out there, a really big one with a lot of rooms. Then my parents are going to move down there with us. Hopefully they get their own house or rent their own place. So, or they're gonna move in with us and we're probably gonna get a big house or whatever, but we'll see. But that's how it's gonna work. My brother, on the other hand, I don't care. We haven't spoken in forever, so I really don't care.
So, you're saying that you want a new starting. Don't you feel like you're running away?
Yeah. Cause like, if things don't work out with Georgetown and I don't know how to break it off. I know I'm gonna say no, I can't be your girlfriend. But last time I tried to do that, he ended up kind of crying a little, and I feel really bad. But then again, it's like I don't want to force myself into the relationship, so I don't want to. Like, if I move far away, then I won't have to really break it off. It'll just like break off slowly because long distance relationships don't really last like that. But who knows? We'll see. But I don't know. It's like I do like him, but if like at the moment I told him to like do some stuff already, and he's procrastinating, so I don't know. But then again, I'm not getting my hopes up high, but I'm not keeping them low. Like, I see that he can actually go somewhere. At the same time, like, it's like, I know it takes everybody goes at their own pace, but like with him, it's just like, come on, like, if you do this now, like it's an easy task to do. Like, anybody could do it just now, like, but he wants to take like days with it, like cleaning the dishes and shit. Like, come on, doesn't take that long, and plus he doesn't do anything. He doesn't go to work. All he does is stay home. Monday through Sunday. Sunday through Sunday, 25/8. Let's just say that. So, like, he has time to clean, but he doesn't. And so.
So, have you seen any improvement on himself now? Like, have he started changing?
Oh, yeah, like, okay, remember how I told you, like, with his little buddies?
Mm-hmm.
And how they kept coming around and just, like, smoking with him and shit. Smoking at his house, sleeping there. Well, I finally told him to tell them to get out, because I think it was, like, last week, one of them came, like, 3 of them came over, and they rented a movie and didn't even tell him. And, like, that movie was expensive. And so they charged his account with it. And they, like, weren't even going to tell him. Didn't even ask for permission. And all they do is come to his house, drink all his shit, and, like, eat all his food. And they don't even pay him for anything. Apparently, just because they smoke weed with him, they think it's okay. But nah, I told him, you need to step up and tell them this is your house and they're not welcome for what they did. Not to mention, you need some time on your own. Because, like, he never gets to sleep because he's always, like, opening the door for them and stuff. But now he finally kicked them out. So they barely come to the house. So I'm proud of him for that. That's it. And with his hygiene, he has this, like, he's building on that. So that's good, too. That's good. So, yeah, those are his improvements.
So, is there anything else?
33.
Do you see yourself moving to North Carolina?
I don't even know what's in North Carolina, to tell you the truth, but I'm hoping to see new faces, everything different, and just, like, get a new start at life. I mean, like, it's not really a big new start, but I'll get a new job, I'll have a car, I'll live down there, go to a different school, and probably, like, apply myself more. And plus, I won't know any drug dealers down there, so that'll keep me away from weed. So, yeah.
So, how are you doing with your weed problem?
Better. So much better. I don't even think about it that often anymore. Like, okay, before I could only just like go probably 1 or 2 days without smoking it, and I'd have to go like a whole week afterwards. But now it's like I can go 2 days without it, smoke it, 2 days, 3 days, a week without it, smoke. Yeah, so like I don't depend on it anymore, so I'm proud of myself.
So I see many improvements on yourself now.
I really want to build myself because it's like I was watching this video today of kids in Africa, and there's this village where these people come, these soldiers come into this village and they kidnap kids as young as 5 to 6 years old. And so these mothers, like maybe like the whole village, have had kids like kidnapped from them, to sold into like slavery by like child labor and stuff, or like turn them into little war criminals. And for the women, they would rape them. And then one woman was like, they would rape our daughters, the 5-year-old girls. Grown ass men are raping little 5-year-old girls and then take the machetes and cut them into little pieces. And it broke my heart because it's like, Denise, you have all these chances in America. You're not in Africa going through all these hardships. Like, could you imagine being in a situation like that? Having your daughter, son ripped out of your arms in the middle of the night or something, and like not knowing where they are or what happened to them, still keeping hope that they're alive, maybe while they're dead in a ditch somewhere. Like, it's so sad. And it's like, you have that opportunity, Denise. Do something with it. Like, do something for those who can't. Like, you can enjoy yourself, but do it right. You know, don't go with illegal substances. Wait till it's legal. You can wait. I don't know. I'm starting to see life in a very, very different view now. It's like you should take everything. You shouldn't take anything for granted. Because like you only really have one life, and live it. You know. It's scary to think about, but I've been thinking about death a lot. I don't know why. It's just like been on my mind a lot. Like, what if my God forbid, but like, what if I lose people close to me? Like, what if I die? I don't know. I don't. It's scary to think about because it's like I keep thinking about what is on the other side of life. Am I really living, or am I just like living? You know, like, am I living as a corpse, just like going day to day, or am I actually living life to the fullest? I don't know. But like, everything just scares me nowadays. It's like, I don't know what is there waiting on the other side. I really wish I knew. And it's like, for the people who do those evil things to the people, how can there not be a hell or repercussions for them? Repercussions. Like, penalties. Like, how do you kill innocent people and get away with it in your afterlife, if there is one? Like, there has to be some kind of way to like get back at them. I don't know how to describe it, but there has to be some kind of way, you know?
I see what you mean.
You understand? Yeah, like, nah, they can't just get away with all that. Because if they can, if I find out that they got away with it, boy, I'm gonna be so upset, because it's like, I could have gotten revenge for those people who weren't able to, you know? I don't know.
So that's your biggest fear?
Death. At the moment, yeah. I used to not even fear death. I used to embrace it. But now it's like, I'm not ready for it at all. I don't want to die. I don't know what's waiting on the other side, and I don't want to find out just yet. I gotta make my peace with people and God first before, like, I gotta get everything right, you know? Sorry.
Did you say peace with people?
Yeah, like, okay, like, so far, like, I've just been a happy person. I've already, last year, before New Year's, I apologized to everybody. Told them that I ain't got nothing against y'all. So, I don't know, some people replied back and was like, okay, cool. Others, they were just like, no, you know, but then again, it's like, I'm just tired of being upset about stupid things. I'm gonna just enjoy life and be happy. And if you can't enjoy that, then I'm sorry. I'll pray for you, stuff like that. I'm pretty happy with how things are going with me.
Did you say, you also said that get your life right with God?
Like at the moment, like I question a lot of things that God do. Like, how is it that, okay, God can see your whole future, right? Okay? And He created everything on earth. How can you sit by and watch a little 5-year-old girl get raped by a grown 50-year-old man, 5-year-old girl by a man, or a little 5-year-old boy by a grown-ass man, get raped, then killed in the most brutal way, only to have them sent back to you? Or wherever the heck their soul is going. It's like, I don't know. Like, how do you let that happen? And I know you gotta let the devil step in and stuff, but it's like, you already see the child's future. Why would you let that happen? Or when you see, like, okay, you put up somebody on earth, but you give them cancer. Like a little poor baby given cancer. Or when you give, like, a family a baby, okay? Who don't even deserve that baby. They beat the kid to the point where the kid dies. They starve it. And then there's people out there who can't have kids. And they're great people. They can't have kids, nor can they, like, really go through the adoption agency because they don't have the money. So now it's like, those who don't deserve it are abusing the gift. And those who deserve it keep begging but yet never get it. And it's like, how do you, like, I don't know. Why do you do that? Like, you already see our future. Why did you give me cancer? Why did you let me live through all that pain and suffering, like my baby and stuff? I know it's like to build our faith in you, but it's like, that little baby didn't do anything. Doesn't even know right from wrong yet. And you already knew what was going to happen, but like, just still let it happen. 3 minutos. Yeah, más. Yeah. And it's like, I'm not saying I'm against God, but I have some questions. And it's okay to question. I don't know if I'm not quoting anything, but it's like, the fact that I question God means that I'm not ready. And if I die today, I'm going to hell, because you shouldn't question God. There is nothing to question Him about. He is the Almighty Creator. He makes no mistakes. So therefore, there should be no questions. But it's just sad when I see these things and I can't do anything about it. And it's like, the fact that I can't do anything about it and seeing it happen, I wouldn't want that to continue to happen. You know? Like, I see it happening and it breaks my heart. Like, does it not break your heart? Are you really that evil or something? Like, or like, does the devil really, like, get that much power to do that to people just to test their faith? I'm sorry.
I see what you mean. But you're saying, yeah, that you're in a human services field, right? So you cannot help those people that aren't in Africa, but maybe you can relate to some people that are suffering here in Delaware or wherever you move. You know, help is seek everywhere. Yeah. So is there anything else you want to talk about?
No.
So what are you gonna do on break? You're saying that you finally are done with the semester, summer semester? And
Oh yes, I'm gonna be working. Yeah, I finally got a job.
Where?
At Purdue.
Purdue.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that your first job?
No, this is my 5th. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, this is my 5th job. So I'm really excited because I'm gonna be making $12.30 an hour. But my sister just found another job, and it was offering $13.20 an hour. 13 something, anyways. And she said it's an easy job, so I don't know. We'll see.
So she found a job for you or for her?
For me. Down in Mount Air. But it's like I just went through the system. I like Purdue and everything. Plus, they're giving us a raise soon. Like, I don't know. But we'll see.
Alright. So you're saying that now you don't have a job and you're excited that you're getting a new job now.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do with your first payment?
Save it.
Save it? Any future goals?
No. Not at the moment.
Alright, so when you're starting working?
I started today.
You started
Oh. I had orientation today, but I start working Friday.
Friday. Friday is your first day.
Mm-hmm.
Did you meet any co-workers?
Yeah.
Alright. Is there anything else?
No, that's all.
Alright, well, I hope that I can see you again on next session, and I am really happy that you're improving yourself.
Thank you.
You're getting a job, you're improving on the weight consumption.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And I'm really happy for you because you said that this guy from New Jersey, he was your soulmate, and then you find out that he wasn't, but I'm glad you're get yourself from there, and you're here now, and I'm super happy for you.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best, and alright, I'll see you next session.
Thank you.
Alright.